Okay, so we're going to talk about perimeters today. Okay, so perimeter. Okay, so all perimeter means is it means the length that you would, or the distance that you would walk if you had a shape and you walked all the way around the outside back to where you started. Okay, so let's say, for example, I have a square. Okay, so let's say this square is a field, and if I decide to walk around this field, okay, this is not a square, this is a rectangle, that's more like a square. So if I decided to start in this corner, okay, and I decide to walk all the way around like this, okay, along the line, along the edge of the shape, all the way around, and I got back to this place here, what distance would I have walked? That's what a perimeter is. Okay, that's it's the distance that I would have walked if I walked all the way around the field. Okay, and the way that we can work that out is, well, we need the measurements first. So let's say that this is 20 meters. Okay, 20 meters, and because it's a square, this is also 20 meters. Okay, so these are the measurements that you'd be given. Okay, or if you were told that it was a square, you might only be given one measurement. Okay, and you'd have to realise that because it's a square, then all sides are the same. Okay, so what I would do is I would write on all the different sides the lengths. Okay, so 20 meters, 20 meters, 20 meters. Okay, so if we were to walk all the way around, we'd start here. We'd walk 20 meters, another 20 meters, another 20 meters, and another 20 meters. Okay, so in total, we would have walked 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 meters. Okay, so perimeter, P, is equal to 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, okay, which is equal to 80 meters. Okay, now you could also say, well, there's 20 meters and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay, so you could just say P is equal to 4 times 20. Okay, and you get the same answer. Okay, it's just a bit quicker to do it this way. It's a little bit quicker. Okay, this way makes more sense when you're first learning it, but this is a quick way of doing it. Okay, so let's say instead of a square, we have a rectangle. Okay, so just rub this out. So let me make this a rectangle. So let's say this is still 20 meters, but this is now 50 meters. Okay, so I was given these measurements. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pretend we start in this corner. We're going to walk 20 meters, walk 50 meters, and this side is the same length as this one. So we've walked another 20 meters. Okay, and then we've walked this length, which is the same as this length, which is another 50 meters. Okay, so when you're doing perimeter questions, I like to write on the distances on each side of the shape. Okay, so now I can say, well, the perimeter is equal to 20 plus 50 plus 20 plus 50. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's equal to 2 times by 20, because there's two lengths of 20. Okay, one here and one here, plus 2 times 50, because there's two lengths of 50. Okay, so that's going to be 40 plus 100. Okay, which is equal to 140 meters. Okay, so I've walked 140 meters, which means that the perimeter of this shape is 140 meters. Okay, so let's try it with another shape. So if I rub all this out again, so you can do it with a triangle, any shape really, any shape that you can walk around. So let's try a triangle. Okay, so let's say it's an equilateral triangle, which means that all sides have the same length. Okay, so let's say we're given this 6 meters. Okay, we're going to start here, we're going to walk all the way along here, all the way along here, and all the way along here. Okay, that's our perimeter. And because it's an equilateral triangle, it means all the sides are the same length. Okay, so this one's 6 meters, and this one's 6 meters. Okay, so we're going to walk 3 lots of 6 meters, so the perimeter of this shape is equal to 3 times 6, which is 18 meters. Okay, now let's try it with, what should we try it with? Let's try it with a circle next. Okay, so this requires a little bit of knowledge of circles. So if I just delete this, put a circle in. Okay, so let's say we have a circle, and we have the centre, which is there. And let's say the radius, which is this here, is 2 meters. Okay, so we know that for circles we have the circumference, which is the same as the perimeter. Is what would happen if you started on a point and walked all the way around back to the same point. Okay, that's the same as the perimeter, the circumference, okay, of a circle. So circumference is equal to 2 times by pi times by the radius. Okay, that's the formula for the circumference of a circle, 2 pi r. So if we want to work out the perimeter or the circumference of a circle, we just use this equation. Okay, so this is the radius, is 2 meters. Okay, so this is equal to 2 times by pi, which you just put into your calculator, times by the radius, which is 2. So do the numbers. 2 times 2 is 4. So circumference is equal to 4 pi. Okay, and then you can put this into your calculator and get a decimal answer. Okay, so this would be meters. Okay, 4 pi meters. Okay, and that's how you work out the perimeter of the common shapes.